The franchise hot seat is for information and entertainment purposes and is not an offer to sell franchises. If the hot seat introduces you to a franchise concept that interests you, you must do your own due diligence before making an investment. Welcome to the Franchise Hot Seat. I'm your host, John Hayes, Director of the Franchise Center at Palm Beach Atlantic University. In this next edition of the Hot Seat, we feature an emerging franchise concept to be evaluated by our Dream Team. Let me introduce you to the Dream Team for this presentation. These elite executives are superstars in their industries and in franchising. CEO of United Franchise Group, Ray Titus. Co-founder of Crank Enterprises, a venture marketing company, Brian Margolis. President of Exploring Your Potential Ventures, Jennifer Kuchel. And 40-year franchise veteran, Mark Liston. Next up in the hot seat is co-founder and CEO of Woofie's, Amy Reed.
Thank you for having me, and thank you Titus Center for hosting this web series. My name is Amy Reed. I am the co-owner and co-founder of Woofie's. I'm here today to talk about Woofie's. Our business works because people love their pets, they're like family, and people want to give them the very best. The pet industry is $95 billion a year and growing. In fact, 70% of US households have a pet, and that number has probably increased with all the COVID pet adoptions. It's recession-proof, it's pandemic resilient. Our services were classified as essential, which means we never shut our doors during COVID. We started Woofie's back in 2004. My business partner, Leslie Barron, and I saw firsthand that there was a need for professional pet care services. Being avid animal lovers all of our lives, we took a risk, we quit our corporate job, and we turned our love of animals into a business. We continued to grow our team of trusted sitters, and we built our business one dog walk at a time. From day one, our business was predicated on customer service. It's our number one priority, and that's what led us to have a great relationship with clients. They kept asking us about grooming services, so we realized there was another unmet need in our community. So we bought our first mobile grooming van, and we added mobile grooming services. Now our clients had one trusted company for all their pet care needs. Our business has grown every year since 2004. In the last 3 years, we've averaged $3 million in annual revenues each year. We knew we could grow Woofie's beyond Ashburn, and we felt the franchise model made sense for us. So in 2019, we started franchising. Today, we have 3 locations in Northern Virginia. As a franchise system, we're the first and only to combine pet sitting, dog walking, and mobile grooming services. This means we have multiple recurring revenue streams. It also means our concept is mobile, so it's adaptable, which means we can quickly pivot with changing market conditions like COVID. Being mobile also means a lower initial investment and quicker onboarding. We have 16 years of proven experience, but as a micro-emerging brand, we feel it's a great opportunity for an early adopter, someone who wants to have a voice in a franchise system that values transparency and collaboration. Woofie's franchisees achieve work-life balance, they get to work with animals, they get to be part of their local community, they can do something purposeful and rewarding. In fact, giving back to the community is a huge part of our culture. We are new to franchising, but last year we had the opportunity and the honor of being asked by the IFA to be the face of the franchise industry for their Power of Brands event on Capitol Hill. This year, we won Most Innovative Franchise Award for our Woofie's Academy Grooming School. Leslie and I were also named 2 of the top 50 Women of Wonder in Franchising, and we also won the Fantastic 500 Award. We've spoken at multiple conferences and been featured in multiple publications, podcasts, radios, even TV shows. I'm here today because we're looking for a capital investment, and more importantly, we're also looking for guidance from a strategic partner. We want to aggressively grow our franchise system, but we want to make sure that we do it right. We are a passion brand. We have fun every day. We honestly love what we do. We have an incredible team of women on our management team. We all share the same vision, values, and we're truly invested in the success of Woofie's. We are a local business today, but we do feel we're scalable on a national level because we have a model that can be replicated. We know we can make Woofie's the top dog in the pet franchise space, but we do need your investment and your expertise. So thank you again, Ray, Brian, Jennifer, Mark. Thank you to the Titus Center for hosting this opportunity. And at this point, I'd like to open it up to any questions you may have for me.
My kind of feeling here is we need to really look at building some brand equity into your brand, into your business. Selling a franchise system, really with little to no brand equity, as you can imagine, as you're probably experiencing, can be challenging.
Yes.
especially in a very competitive space. You've already shared with us a little bit of what makes you different. But again, in a competitive space, it's more than just what makes you different. It's how you tell that story and how you actually take a cluttered market and shake it up and make a loud statement and have a presence and let people know that you're here. That's one piece that perhaps, we may not be seeing here, but I'm kind of curious to know, what is your biggest roadblocks that you see currently in your growth, being such a young and emerging franchise?
Sure, that's a great question. Definitely being undercapitalized, because in order to get your name out there, especially on the national level, and have that brand identity and have people know who you are, it takes a lot of money from a fran dev standpoint, from a marketing standpoint. And those are all the things that we're looking at right now, is what is the right growth strategy for us? Because we do feel there's a great opportunity in the pet space. We do feel we have a great brand, but we need to increase those fran dev and marketing activities. But as a micro emerging brand, it takes a lot of money to do that. So that's definitely the challenge that we have today.
Amy, I love your business. I wish I wasn't in ed tech right now so I could be at one of the Woofie's franchisees myself. But my question is, the franchise business model is a very sexy model because it helps great businesses grow quickly when it's done right. But the transition from a regular business into a franchise system is one that many entrepreneurs really underestimate the learning curve on. What has your learning curve looked like so far, and what have been the biggest surprises to you as you've transitioned?
Great question. We spent the first year and a half really trying to educate ourselves on the franchise market, because there's so much to learn as you take that transition from having a corporate location and now teaching other business owners how to run a Woofie's location, and everything that they need to know from an operations, finance, marketing standpoint. So I think learning that it's not just teaching somebody how to run a Woofie's business, how to run pet sitting, dog walking, and mobile grooming, but also making sure that you find the right people to be business owners and that they can run that business the way that you want them to run it. So I think that's certainly something that we strive every day to learn more about, and how to be a better franchisor, because their success is our success. And when somebody comes on board as a franchisee, it just doesn't get any more personal than that. They're representing your brand, they're trusting you, and we want to put our best foot forward at all times. So it's a lot of work, and I feel like every day we're learning how to be a better franchisor, but that's also why I'm here today too, to hopefully learn from all of you.
That's excellent, Amy, and I think Jennifer is right on, because in franchising, you've made that step, and now you have 3 franchisees, which are going to be critical to your future. How are they doing right now, Amy?
They're doing great. They're actually hitting our target numbers for the first 12 months of revenue. Obviously, COVID put a damp in everything, as it has for pretty much all businesses. But that's where the value of having 2 streams of revenue. The pet sitting, dog walking, sure, more people aren't traveling as much or going into the office as much. So it did take a dip initially, but it's going back each month. We're seeing an increase, which is great. But on the flip side, the mobile grooming, we have higher revenues than we did pre-COVID. So many people like the convenience of mobile grooming. They also don't want to go into a salon because of COVID. So the mobile grooming revenues are really offsetting any temporary dip in the pet sitting revenues. So as a matter of fact, our first franchisee just got her second mobile grooming van, and our second franchisee is about to get their second mobile grooming van, and our third franchisee that had just started right before COVID just got their first grooming van. So we're really excited about that.
That's awesome, Amy. So on a happy meter, if you had a meter for your 3 franchisees, do you believe you're 3 for 3 on the happy meter, or are they, in different buckets here?
I do. I honestly believe they're happy. It is a challenge. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. COVID is definitely a challenge, but we're all really focused on continuing to build back up that pet sitting business and keep that mobile grooming business going. So we keep everybody very busy and focused, and we look at different revenue streams that we can provide in this new and COVID environment with curbside grooming and concierge services. So we're really focused on keeping them very positive and keep everybody looking forward.
I found it very interesting, Amy, that you talked about you had your key people invest in the company. So number one, how'd you do that? And then secondly, how did you find your first franchisee and convince them to be a franchisee in a 15-year-old company that never had franchising before?
Yeah, good, excellent question. Thank you. Our first round of funding for Woofie's Pet Ventures, when we decided to franchise and we started the company, it is a friends and family round, and it's family members, but the employees are key members of our franchise business, all have a direct investment in the company. And that was really important to us because we all have skin in the game, and I wouldn't have it any other way. These are women that are incredible. I've worked with many of them for so many years now, and their family. And it's that part I just couldn't be happier about. And we're all very committed to growing a business, and we all have the same vested interest. As far as finding our first franchisees, they were clients. So they were customers who knew the Woofie's brand, they knew our reputation, they knew our customer service, they knew our culture, they knew fundraising was a huge part of it. They see us out and about in the community all the time. So that was how we found our first 3 franchisees. And we're talking to a few more customers right now that are interested in opening up a Woofie's franchise. So being able to work with people who know us and know the brand has been fantastic because they're taking a chance on us as a brand new franchisor, and we recognize that.
So your industry, certainly excites me. Your passion excites me. I certainly think there's room for brand improvement and really coming up with a stronger presence, especially again in a competitive marketplace. Look, if you're interested in an active partner and not just an investor, I might just be your guy. And that is something that we can certainly talk more about. I do believe that it's all the time we do have today. Amy, on behalf of the Dream Team, I do want to say congratulations to you and your Woofie's pack for all the success you've already achieved.
Thank you.
And we look forward to seeing continued growth.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us for the Franchise Hot Seat. And remember, our purpose is to inform and educate. We are not selling franchises. Do your homework before investing in any business. Franchising is a powerful methodology for business ownership, and it may be the best way for you to own a business and build personal wealth. But franchising is not without risks, and it's not for everyone. Some quick thank yous to our sponsors. Since its founding in 1999 by IFA Hall of Fame honoree Tariq Fareed, Edible has been at the forefront of supporting franchising and entrepreneurship as a path to the American dream. Support your local Edible franchise outlets. Transworld Business Advisors is the world leader in the marketing and sales of businesses, franchises, and mergers and acquisitions. They've got 240 offices worldwide. Accurate Franchising is a full-service franchise consulting and development company that assists brands with developing franchise business models, along with assisting existing franchisors brand expansion through franchise sales services. Crank Enterprises is a venture marketing company introducing a modern-day twist to private equity. Their mission? Turn ideas into dough. You want to sit in the hot seat, or have you got a question for us? Visit TitusCenterForFranchising.com and let us hear from you. I'm John Hayes, leading the Titus Center for Franchising, where we're educating the next franchise generation.